In this video, I'm going to talk about something. I've been looking up more lately, different types of behaviors, and my degrees are in psychology and sociology, so I already have a clue. I've already read them, I've already studied them, I already did all that. I like to give myself a little refresher courses. Yeah, I do. I have always done that. Give myself refresher courses on whatever it is I'm interested in that time. And I've taught at college and university. I can teach social and behavioral sciences. Just depends on what the university or college calls them, or if they allow what they want, really what they want. But this one is on a behavior that I'm not diagnosing anybody. This is not to be used for any diagnose or diagnoses. It's just the behaviors I have seen and that I understand is part of histrionic personality disorder. Now, just because a person has a symptom does not mean that they have the disorder. That's up to a licensed professional counselor, the person who is licensed or certified by the state or country where you live, to do so, to diagnose. And a lot of people won't like to do that. That's the first lesson you learn in Psych 101 is do not diagnose. That's one of them. Do not diagnose. And just because a person has a symptom, that doesn't mean they have a disorder. Those two things are two of what you learn. But a lot of people do. A lot of people, and also you don't give any form of counseling or advice or guidance. Yeah, and you'll hear a lot of people do that. I don't know what the legality is behind that. Is it legal or illegal? So, but one of these days I'm going to find out. Anyway, but about the histrionic thing, the behavior, trait, characteristics, criteria, what they could meet. Here's one that this is how I took it, and it's about people who, the behavior when somebody is really too trusting, too trusting, and they think that people like in public speakers or public figures will if they pay attention to them, they will magically help them to solve all their problems, this kind of thing. And that might actually be how it's written in what I have is the DSM-TR text revision, DSM-IV text revision, and it might actually be put that way. And why this is on my mind, I'll tell you. I've questioned this, and I've seen other people question this, is why do people trust so much in something you see on any kind of media, social media, what you see on the TV, cable, or whatever. Some people speak, or they're inspirational speakers, or whatever they are. They said, why do some people just trust them? They do trust them so easily, and they just fall into some kind of spell. And I think that's the mix with that, of thinking that these are people will somehow fix them, magically. Everything in all problems will be resolved if they just listen to them, or just follow them, or just send them money, all of the above, and then some. That they really think that. And that is a histrionic behavior. Okay, from what I understand, read the disclaimer in the description box below this video on YouTube. But yeah, and I know, wow, what was that, all acorns or something? But yeah, and I've been seeing this more recently online. Just think about how many videos you can pull up. It doesn't have to be videos, and it just doesn't have to be on one social media. The videos can be on somebody's own page, web page. It could be on social media platforms. How many of us have gone to, search something and it goes to some site and you listen to their video? But these, let's just say video ones. And they're saying things as if they are the experts on them. Some actually say the word expert. And you can go and watch another one and see something totally different, And they're experts too. But one of the things is that you see a lot of people comment, and a lot of people give them rave reviews, or like if it's on something when a live stream, you see people talking, and they're looking at these people as though they're a messiah. And I mean, what they write is that they're seeing them as a messiah, or someone who's going to fix all their problems if they just answer their one question, and it would resolve everything for them. Or they send them a lot of money, hoping that they'll keep going and keep talking and keep doing and coming back, so they can come back for more. And I've seen a lot of people question, why do some people do this? Not everybody does this. But like I said earlier, that is a histrionic behavior. And that's a histrionic behavior is, sorry about that. It's within the cluster B in the personality disorders, with narcissistic personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, and antisocial personality disorder. There is histrionic personality disorder. Okay, so there's those 4 in cluster B. And you can, if you can look online, I don't really trust anything online, but yeah, and you can see with histrionic, that's one of the things. And I want to delve deeper into doing videos. I know these things, so, like I said, I've studied them. But I want to delve deeper into this one. My original channel that I do this, I'm going to do borderline and antisocial, if nothing happens. This one, histrionic, narcissistic, I've already been doing them. I've done some on that channel too, because that's what I see more of the behaviors of, not diagnosed, behaviors of with people in my life, with people I've run across, not my life now, but people I've run across in my life. And so it's been an interest to me now. If we had this information back then, let me tell you, seriously, if we had this kind of information, I think a lot of problems would have been resolved for a lot of people, but not in the way of, I just said, if I just read this thing, then my problems are resolved, if I just watch this video. But it would give people questions to go and ask a counselor or a psychiatrist, whatever it is where you live. It would give them the right questions, and it would go, bling, I should go to see a counselor and get this, and help myself resolve this issue. Get some guidance to help. They don't magically either. They don't magically cure all your problems. No. That's what I think that people run across, is because a problem with it is because you can find a lot of people online will say, we can resolve all your problems in one session. No. Too many people want to believe, they magically resolve all my problems, and they teach me the way to change everything in one session. And, those counselors, that's what they'll say. Those counselors, it takes years. Well, it takes the appropriate amount of time. Okay. One session generally doesn't solve anything. But that's a histrionic behavior, is to say, they do. But there's also more to that, more to it, in that they hero worship people too, and they become like I've done videos on this. They become their flying monkeys. If anybody says, well, that's wrong, they're wrong, they're not doing the right thing, that's what they're saying is totally bad. They're flying monkeys, the ones who are doing this with this kind of histrionic behavior. They'll attack you. Those, verbally, could be physically, but verbally, attack and say, you're the stupid one, you're the one, you're this, you're that, because they have that hero worship. They really do believe in that one person. I've never had an idol. I've never idolized anybody. I've never, in my life, never seen anybody, like a Messiah, walks on water kind of thing. No. Never. And even when I was a child, I was like, why do people do that? What is, my friend was like, why is she doing that? Idolizing people. What is all that about? No. I'm just not histrionic. Very, yeah. I got a lot to say about histrionics. But I wanted to get that one over. I'm going to be doing them this way. I'm going to try. Like I said, you never know what can come up, and things change, and quite often sometimes. But I want to do them bit by bit from the DSM. Like I said, I have the DSM for text revision, TR, text revision, yeah. And it's cited in my disclaimer. At the bottom of the disclaimer is this site, when needed. And I was a career student. Yeah, you cite everything, But anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap that one up. But that is one. It is one that I see quite often these days, that people are just so, and if anybody goes against and says, well, that person, like, also, these are people, or can be scammers. They can be scammers and con artists. And they can be really good actors and actresses to, cry at the drop of the hat, and people just fall for it. Yeah. And then the people who say, wait a minute, hold on, people are warning. They have feel like a duty to warn. It's not all about us. It's not about one single person or one person to idolize. Some people want to be like that. Or that person's going to help me, so I got to center on that person, and everybody else is wrong, and everybody else needs to be told how stupid they are, and they are just haters. Or haters and trolls and bashers, and that's all they are. They don't know what they're talking about. Well, I don't know. You see a pattern repeat over and over and over again, you might think, but not some people. That pattern repeating over and over again, and then getting the money to a lot of people. There's just the fact that they're getting money that means success, and the success they feel is because they really know what they're talking about. It could also be that they're really good con artists and scammers. Okay. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up because I kind of rambled, my usual. Anyway, if you have a comment, leave it below if you feel comfortable. Talk to you on another video. Bye.